All right, guys, welcome in to tonight's live stream here on ITG Next, the ITG Next Georgia Game of the Week, as we are coming to you live tonight from Veterans Memorial Stadium, home of the Thomasville Bulldogs, for tonight's big Rose City Rumble, Rose City Clash, call it what you will. It's a battle of the two Thomas County, Thomasville teams. Of course, the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets, you're defending Class 6A champions. Of course, now, due to reclassification, they're now a member of 5A. They're taking on the Thomasville Bulldogs. Both these teams enter tonight's game undefeated at 3-0. And, of course, for those of you that keep up with our ITG Next weekly rankings, yours truly has the Thomasville Bulldogs as the number one ranked team in Class A Division I this year. They have certainly earned it. Coach Joe DeLay's football team playing well coming out of the gate. I mentioned their 3-0 impressive win to start the season over Brooks County, 35-12, and they followed that up with a 40-7 victory over Pelham. Last week, it was a squeaker, but this is what good teams do. They win the close ones. They were able to do that. An overtime victory, 35-28 over Cairo. Of course, on the other side, the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets. Can't really say enough good things about the job that Coach Justin Rogers has done since taking over a couple of years ago. We were actually here 2 years ago in his first season when he led Thomas County Central in here to Thomasville and led the Jackets to a 31-0 victory here in this stadium, and we were here to bring you that game as we are tonight. Last year, Thomas County Central won, of course, 45-7. They won those last two games. You go back 3 years ago, Thomasville won. That was the year Thomasville Bulldogs advanced to the state championship game. Thomasville winning that one in 2021, 23-14. But make no doubt about it. The last couple of years, this thing has been all Thomas County Central in both contests. But it's a different year, and Thomasville is playing really well, as I mentioned. They're 3-0. They're getting great play from their quarterback, Cam Hill. He's a junior. He's 30 for 52 on the season. He's thrown for 534 yards already in just 3 games with 7 touchdowns. Their running back, Ant Anderson, he's a senior. 31 rushes on the season, 279 yards. He averages about 9 yards every time he touches the football. He's gone for 2 touchdowns this year. So those will be the primary weapons for the Bulldogs. On the other side, well, take your pick. Christian Deuce Lawrence. He's the Region 2-5A's second leading rusher. He's carried the ball 32 times this year, 392 yards. He averages 12.3 yards a carry. Now think about that. Every time that young man touches the football, it's a first down. He has 4 touchdowns on the season. Jalen Johnson. Boy, he really had his breakout season last year, leading the Jackets to the state title. He's back this year. He's off to a great start, is the junior. 30 of 47 on the year. 581 yards passing, 8 touchdowns. He's the region's second leading quarterback, trailing only Houston County's A.J. Hill. Receiving, look for Jabari Watkins and Rodney Dunbar. They'll be the primary weapons for Jalen Johnson tonight. Jabari Watkins, 9 catches, 185 yards. He's got 3 touchdowns so far. Dunbar, 8 catches, 131 yards. He's got a couple of touchdowns as well. Then on the defensive side, again, just take your pick. The man coming off the defensive edge, Cam Brooks. What a playmaker he is. And then, of course, you've got in the defensive backfield, D. Reddick. Kendarius D. Reddick had a officially 106-yard interception return for a touchdown last week to lead Thomas County Central to a big win. I mentioned Thomasville's first 3 games so far this year. Thomas County Central out of the gate pretty quick as well. They're 3-0. They kicked the season off with a win over Monroe, 54-7. Followed that up with a win over the Cairo Syrup Makers, 44-14. Mexico, but we'll see if we can get this game in without weather playing much of a factor here tonight. Again, that remains to be seen. We'll certainly keep an eye on it. This is one of our, yours truly, ITG Next Pick 6 games. We always feature the ITG Next Georgia Game of the Week as one of the Pick 6 games. I think it's going to be a close one. I think it's going to be a good one. I have predicted Thomas County Central to win it by 10, 31-21, but you never know. I missed my pick last night as I had Bainbridge, but how about Jeff Littleton taking his Blue Devils into his former home there at Bainbridge and getting a big win at Bainbridge last night, 17-14. So congratulations to Jeff Littleton and the Tift County Blue Devils. So I'm 0 for 1 on my pick 6, and we're going to see what happens here tonight. Our game tonight brought to you by our friends at Farah and Farah, personal injury attorneys. Our friends at Farah and Farah want to remind you this is Friday night. It's where student athletes compete with everything on the line, chasing greatness and forging unbreakable bonds. It's where entire communities unite under the lights to witness passion, pride, and moments that will be etched in their memories forever. This is football. It's high school football, and there's no tradition quite like it. And just like these athletes, Farah and Farah puts it on the line every day for their clients, which is why Farah and Farah proudly supports high school football. Go to farahandfarah.com to find the Farah and Farah Georgia office closest to you. Also, big thanks to Sterling Group Orthopedics, who want to remind you, are aches and pains slowing you down? Sterling Group Orthopedics is here to help you. Their expert team delivers top-tier care so you can stay active and enjoy every play. For personalized treatment and rapid recovery, call Sterling Group Orthopedics at 229-891-9581, or you can visit their website at sterlingphysiciangroup.com. Get the support you need to stay strong and cheer your favorite team to victory this season with Sterling Group Orthopedics. For those, Brianna says, let's go Jackets. Dr. Sonia Wright-Smith says, good evening, Phil. Go Dogs, go. Timbo Wright says, go Dogs.
Your captains for tonight's game. First for the visiting Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets, number 0, D. Reddick. Number 2, Jermaine Dennis. Number 29, Jaden Wiggins. Number 42, Jacarian Davis. And number 82, Ethan Rayburn.
Rare 8 o'clock kickoff. Of course, the majority of the games across the state.
Number 4, E.J. Bain. Number 5, Cy Wilson.
Of course, 7:30 kickoffs, but tonight it is a rare 8 o'clock kickoff. And if many of you have tuned in wondering where the kickoff is, well, it hadn't started yet. We're about 3 minutes away from going live here with our game of the week between the Class A Division I Thomasville Bulldogs and, of course, the Class 5A Region 2 5A Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets. Want to hear from you guys tonight throughout our live stream. Want to hear from where you guys are checking out the game from, who you're rooting for. Are you an alumni of one of these programs? We'd love to chat with you tonight. It's kind of part of the tradition that we share the commentary with our viewers in each week's ITG Next Game of the Week. The captains for both teams are at the center of the field getting instructions from tonight's crew chief. Thomas County Central is going to be in their all-white
for patient services and ice
And, of course, Thomasville, the Bulldogs, going to be in their red tops, the gold bottoms,
notably the meritorious
as they traditionally wear here at home.
commendation medal, national
I remember 2 years, 2 years ago when we were here, we saw Cam Hill
is also a recipient of
actually get his first start.
honorary captain.
And I believe he actually came in relief in that game, but that was his, I believe, first varsity game of any meaningful minutes, and he did quite well, earned the starting job, and it is a starter's job that he has not relinquished.
1960,
Here, Cam Hill season. That was his freshman season, so still got another year to lead these Thomasville Bulldogs
74 graduate of Thomasville High School, where he
of Coach Joe DeLay.
in 1973
So Thomasville is going to go on offense.
after high school, Fillmore joined United States Marine Corps.
Doing a great thing here tonight. They got some veterans who are at the game, and they're actually out there with the Thomasville captain, so that's great to see. And you've actually got, I believe, one of the, there's some veteran folks with Thomas County Central with their captains as well. So that's great to see. What a great gesture with both these programs. Obviously, you're going to hear the din of the Hornets' Nest horns that Thomas County Central fans have become famous, or some may say infamous for. It depends on which side you root for. But if you're wondering what that constant buzz is tonight, well, that's what it is. All right, both teams making their way onto the field in what is going to be a great atmosphere here tonight. Both sides starting to fill in. I was a little worried about this with the rainy weather, but for right now, the heavy precipitation is holding off. And so both sides are filling up. Thomas County Central fans started arriving early. We got here about 5 o'clock, and they were filling up then as we arrived. Thomasville, on the other hand, of course, being the home crowd, a little bit later arriving. But nevertheless, we're expecting a big game here tonight between these two teams. Obviously, Thomas County Central, your defending state champion, they are the favorite. But make no doubt about it, the Thomasville Bulldogs are going to give the Jackets all they can handle tonight. Again, I mentioned at the onset in our weekly top 10 rankings with every classification, I've had Thomasville ranked number 1 since the beginning of the season. That's where they remain. And I got to be honest with you, you're talking about a Class A Division I team going up against a 5A team, so may not really affect where I put Thomasville in the rankings as far as what happens here tonight. But hey, don't let that persuade you either way if you're a Thomasville fan. Make no doubt about it, the Bulldog fans want a victory, and they want to end the 2-game losing streak. I will tell you, overall, though, this series about as tight as you can get. The 57th time these two teams have met here tonight. And right now, Thomas County Central leads the series 28-27 with a tie between the two teams. That's what you call a rivalry, right? And it is indeed one of the great American rivalry series. Here we go. Drew Renau going to put a toe into it, and it's going to be returnable from the 2. And Thomasville, we've got a Yellow Jacket player down. Now he's going to get up. Well, watch that. You got a Yellow Jacket player favoring his left arm. So keep an eye on that. I think we've got the Thomas County Central. Yeah, they're going to come out and check on him. Here comes Coach Justin Rogers out to check on him, as we've got an injury to one of the Yellow Jacket players on the opening kick. I am showing it as number 8, but I've got a couple of number 8s on my roster. I don't know if that's Jordan Wynn or Eddie Guerrero. And he's really favoring that left arm. He was in on the tackle. I don't know if it's just some kind of stinger. Let's hope that's all it is. Definitely expecting a physical game here tonight. Okay, so we're set to go. As the Bulldogs going to go on offense. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line. I mentioned the junior, Cam Hill, the quarterback, Anderson, the senior running back. Probably going to hear his name called a good bit here tonight. We'll see. And he'll indeed get the carry off right side, fighting for yardage. Not much as he's driven back.
Number 3, Levante Cole on the carry. Tackle made by number 0, D. Reddick.
Give him maybe a yard, and that's about it. 2nd down. Boy, this Thomas County Central Yellow Jacket defense really flies to the football, and they did there. 2-yard gain. 2nd and 8. Hill. Quarterback keeper, and he's going to be eaten up right away. That's a host of white shirts leading the way that time. Number 34, Isaiah Andrews, a sophomore linebacker. But he had plenty of help. It was just a design quarterback draw. Nothing really fancy, and Thomas County Central was able to sniff it out for the 5-yard loss. So it's 3rd and 13. Thomasville from their own 13. We're just underway. The ITG Next game of the week. Hill is asking for a man to come in motion. He's going to hand it to the back, and he's not going to be able to get outside. Great pursuit that time. Cameron Simon leading the charge for the Yellow Jacket defense. Boy, you see why they're the defending state champions, and you see why they're one of the favorites, certainly, in Class 5A. Well, I tell you, though, that 5A is just chock full of talent. You got Coffee, you've got Thomas County Central, you've got Milton. I mean, take your pick. All right, so Thomasville now in a dangerous situation now. They've got to punt this one away from their own end zone here. Hill doing the honors. And it's a good punt, going to get a good Thomasville roll over the 50. And Thomasville will go down there and down it at the 48. So Thomas County Central defense comes up big. They force Thomasville to a 3-and-out. And now we'll see the Yellow Jacket offense go on the field for the first time tonight. And they have put up some kind of points, 54, 44, and 63 in their first 3 contests tonight. I will say this is probably the toughest opponent for either of these teams. Well, I don't know. Maybe we can argue that Thomasville knocked off a very good Brooks County team in week 1. But for Thomas County Central, I'd say this is the toughest opponent. Oh, what a big hit right there on the first play on offense for Thomas County Central. Number 19, Tyler Ivey, the senior linebacker, really came in and laid the wood there.
Number 2, Kevon Jefferson on the tackle for the Bulldogs.
On the running back for Thomas County Central, Lawrence getting the carry. No gain on the play. They'll mark him. Well, now they'll actually say he got a yard, so the ball spotted right at midfield. Option pitch. Got some running room. Look out. He's going to go all the way. Nobody's going to stop him. How about that? Lawrence Deuce Christian just take an option pitch from Jalen Johnson. Found a seam, and he turned on the afterburners to take it 50 yards. Thomas County Central goes for the 50-yard touchdown on their second offensive play of the night. Here's Drew Renau. You guys remember him last year. He was the hero in the Rome game, the game that put Thomas County Central in the state championship final, a game that they would win to claim the class last year, Class 6A state championship for the Jackets. 7-0 your score, just underway. And Thomas County Central flexing their muscle early, 50-yard touchdown run on the second play from scrimmage. It was Thomas County Central's second play from scrimmage. Thomasville going to go back on offense for the second time tonight. It comes at 8:50 of the first quarter. 7-0 your score. Kenneth Johnson says, baby, it's over. We already won. Kenneth, can't say that, man. Got a whole game to play. A lot of football to be played, guys. That's the beauty of the game. It can change on a dime. Thomasville really taking a lot of time here, though, coming out onto the field to receive this kick. I'm Phil Jones. Thanks so much for being with us on the ITG Next Game of the Week. Brought to you by Farron Farah and Sterling Group Orthopedics. So the question now is, can Thomasville answer the early touchdown from Thomas County Central? Waylon Polk checking out the game from St. Louis, Missouri. If you're watching, let me know where you're checking out the game from, especially if you're out of state. If you have a youngster, nephew, brother, child that's on the field tonight or on either of these rosters, let me know who it is. We'd love to give them a shout out. $7-0 your score, 8:50 still to go in the first quarter. Thomas County Central, 50-yard touchdown run from Christian Deuce Lawrence. Takes it to the house. All right, pooch kick now. And fair catch called for and made at about the 17 or so on this near side. And that's where Thomasville is going to put it in play. So we must have had a penalty on the Bulldogs because the kick came from the Thomasville side of the 50. So instead of kicking it through the end zone, they tried the little hero up 28-0 already. Second down. Run play, near side, nothing there except the host of white shirts.
Tackle made by number 1, Jaden Rubo.
Third down and long. 3rd and 14 now for Thomasville. Well, you got to be careful here. You can bet Thomas County Central is going to be pinning their ears back. And just going to be a quarterback keeper. Tackle made by Trayvon Pringle. On heel and nothing doing.
Trayvon Pringle brings up a 4th down.
So it's going to be 4th down now, and nothing doing for Thomasville. Another punting situation. Thomasville already in the negative yardage department in total yards. Low line drive kick, and again, it's going to take a Thomasville roll. One of the few things going right for the Bulldogs early here tonight, and the Bulldogs special team unit going to get down there and down it at about the 31. So, all in all, that works out pretty good. Could have been a lot worse for Thomasville, but they'll put the Jackets starting field position here at their own 31-yard line as the Jackets go back on offense. We've got a timeout on the field. Give us a chance to tell you about our friends at Sterling Group Orthopedics. If joint pain is keeping you from your best performance, Sterling Group Orthopedics has you covered. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Dexter Love, Dr. Kurt Starling, and Dr. Frankie Davis provide expert care to get you moving and keep you pain-free. Don't miss a beat. Call Sterling Group Orthopedics at 229-891-9581 or visit sterlingphysiciansgroup.com for top-notch orthopedic care. Trust the team that's always in your corner. That's Sterling Group Orthopedics. All right, so here we go. Thomas County Central back on offense. Handoff, left side, look out. That time number 4. A.J. Clark, the senior, getting the carry off left tackle. And he's going to take it for a first down run for Thomas County Central. Yellow Jackets looking awfully tough here in the early going. I think we've got an injury to a Thomasville Bulldog. On the home side. Another run play, another big gain.
Number 4, A.J. Clark on the carry. Number 0, A.J.
For Thomas County Central, and right now Thomas County Central is looking strong. Second down and short. The Yellow Jackets up to the line and ready to go. Straight ahead for a first down run. Go the Yellow Jackets. One of the Jackets' helmet comes flying off. That's number 4 once again getting the carry, A.J. Clark. So a new set of downs for Thomas County Central. 5:38, 5:37 left to go in the first quarter. It's been all Thomas County Central here early, 7-0, and the Jackets on the march. And we're going to get a penalty now. I believe we're going to get a false start on Thomas County Central. Dead ball. It is a false start. So one of the few mistakes that Thomas County Central has made tonight. A false start. I think that was the far left tackle jumping. So back them up 5 yards. Right now, Thomasville needs anything positive that they can find as they find themselves down 7-0. 5:22, 5:21, 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Central leads at 7-0 on a 50-yard touchdown run from Deuce Lawrence on the second offensive play of the night. Handoff, left tackle. They're going to string it out. Short gain. Nice pursuit by the Thomasville Bulldogs defense that time. That was number 4. So we're seeing a good bit of A.J. Clark getting the football tonight. Second and long now for Central. 2 receivers near side. There's one on the far side. Single back. That's Clark. And we've got another whistle. What do we got? False start on Thomas County Central. They're second in the last 3 plays. So Jackets getting a little antsy here. That'll back them up another 5 yards. So replay the down. It'll go from 2nd and 13 to 2nd and 18 now. Jackets up to the line. 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Johnson going to dump it off in the flats to the running back on that far side. Look out, he's got running room. Almost broke it again. Lawrence Deuce Christian was on his way, if not for a shoestring tackle. He was going to be going for his second touchdown of the night, but great play by the Thomasville defender. Trips him up. 3rd and a yard. And we've got yet another whistle. And we've got yet another false start on Thomas County Central. I got to be honest with you, other than the penalties, Thomas County Central really not doing much wrong at all. But really hurting themselves. That's the 3rd false start, I believe, in the last 5 offensive snaps. Little end around, look out, got running room on that far side. Still on his feet. Gonna take it inside the 20 to about the 16-yard line. Little flea flicker for Thomas County Central, and that's gonna give them a first down.
A.J. Hill on the tackle. First down, Yellow Jackets.
Jackets up to the line now. They're going with no huddle here. They're going with some tempo. That's Deuce once again on the carry. Christian Deuce Lawrence. He and number 4, A.J. Clark, have been pretty much the offense so far tonight, and boy, they are really getting it done. First down, Thomas County Central. Despite the penalties, they're on the march again. They lead at 7-0. We're getting late in the first quarter. Thomas County Central trying for another one. Right up the middle, down to the half-yard line. Goes A.J. Clark. And boy, you got to think with this potent Jacket offense, this will be easy. Johnson, the quarterback, takes the snap. Going to give it to Clark. He'll put his foot down or his face down and go into the end zone for a touchdown. Thomas County Central, their second touchdown of the night. It's the first of the night for A.J. Clark. And that increases the lead to 13-0. Drew Renow coming in to try the point after attempt. He's Mr. Automatic. Here's the snap, the hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. It's all Yellow Jackets early here. 2 minutes, 31 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Thomas County Central 14, Thomasville nothing. ITG next game of the week. Are you ready to tackle knee pain? Dr. Frankie Davis at Sterling Group Orthopedics brings you the latest in knee replacements with the Mako surgical robot. Experience precision surgery and quicker recovery times with top-notch care from Dr. Davis. Don't let knee issues hold you back. Call Sterling Group Orthopedics today at 229-891-9581 or visit sterlingphysiciangroup.com today. Also, big thanks to our friends at Farrah & Farrah, also sponsoring our game tonight. All right, Brian Glover says, Phil, it's pronounced Runeau. Got it, brother. Point definitely taken. Drew Runeau. And I'll tell you this, I know that Drew is the man when it comes to kicking and punting the football for these Yellow Jackets. Of course, just as I say that, he kicks one out of bounds on the kickoff. He is still the man, though. Boy, you Yellow Jacket fans know that it was his field goal last year that electrified Jacket Nation, put him into the championship game. And y'all know the rest of the story there. 14-0 your score from a full house here tonight in Thomasville. So far, the rain holding off for the most part. Light drizzle right now, but That's a lot better than what we thought we were going to get. Of course, still a lot of football left to be played, and more rain is forecasted for tonight. We'll certainly keep an eye on that. Right now, it hadn't made any difference in this game, though. Pass intended for the receiver coming out of the backfield over there. Incomplete, a little bit too high. Intended for number 81, Rex Schofield, the senior wideout. So going to bring up 2nd and 10. Thomasville looking for something offensively. Handoff, right side.
Number 3,
Levante Cole trying to get to the corner. Not much there.
Tackle made by number 8, Eddie Guerrero. Razor Jordan Lamb.
Given 3 yards on the carry. Going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 7. 2 receivers far side, one here to the near side. There's a man in the slot. Hill looking, being chased out of the pocket. Hill going to throw it. Complete! There's something for Bulldog fans to cheer about. Cam Hill was chased out of the pocket, and he was able to find Nigel Pittman open down the home sideline. And that's the first down of the night for Thomasville, and it's going to go to the Yellow Jacket 39-yard line. That's where Thomasville will go, 1st and 10. Hill going to step up, running room, look out. He'll slide at the 27-yard line. So Thomasville's got a little bit of momentum. I would imagine Coach DeLay going to keep them in tempo offense. Why not? That's exactly what they're going to do here on another 1st and 10 for the Dogs. They trail it 14-0, but here comes Thomasville looking for some semblance of offense. Hill takes the snap, looks, throws, dropped. Pass hit DeMario Sawyer, the junior receiver, in the hands, but he couldn't hang on to it. $1:29 to go in the first quarter. Thomas County Central leads at 14-0, but the Bulldogs are threatening here. They got 2nd and 10 from the Jacket 29. Running room, look out! It's a touchdown for Thomasville! Oh, my! Levante Cole says we're not going to lay down. $29-yard touchdown run from Levante Cole has given Thomasville their first touchdown of the night. Camden Christie, the sophomore kicker, is going to try to cut it to a touchdown. Here's the snap. The kick is up. The kick is good. You didn't think we were going to have a blowout here tonight, did you? Stephen Tate says, oh, my. My words exactly, Stephen, as Thomasville has cut it to 14-7. Score big with Dr. Frankie Davis at Sterling Group Orthopedics, specializing in advanced knee replacement. Dr. Davis uses the Mako surgical robot for precise, efficient surgeries and faster recovery times. Get back to your active life with confidence. Choose Dr. Davis and the Mako surgical robot for top-notch knee care. You can reach Dr. Davis and Sterling Group Orthopedics at 229-891-9581. You can also visit their website at sterlingphysiciansgroup.com today. Big thanks to Sterling Group Orthopedics and Fair and Fair sponsoring our game tonight. 14-7, it's a ball game. Now, will Thomasville try something freaky here? Are we going to see an onside kick? Surely they wouldn't do that, would they? But you never know in games like this. We're about to see Christie going to tee it off. And it's going to be, actually it is, kind of a squib kick, somewhere in between an onside and a little squib. The one thing they were not going to do was kick it off deep. and let Thomas County Central get something big. So maybe not an onside, but not really a squib, somewhere in between. But Thomas County Central recovers, and the thing about that is now the Yellow Jackets are going to start in great field position from their own 46-yard line. So, hey, who am I to question Coach DeLay and the Dogs coaching staff? But I don't know. I think I'd take my chances trying to kick it deep. But you know what? So far, Thomasville has made this a game. It's 14-7. Now, let's see if the Bulldog defense can stand up strong here and keep their offense in the game. Little flare pass out on the left side. It's complete. That's number 12 out there. Jabari Watkins breaking tackle. Reggie Hightower says, can't put your defense in that position with a great kicker the Jackets have, and the defense hasn't made a stop. Reggie, that might be a really good point. Ponder Ridnoff says that was crazy. Why do that? 2nd and 2 now for Thomas County Central. Look out. Big run play off the left side. He'll get the first down and more. That was Christian Deuce Lawrence on the carry. And it's a first down, and don't look now. But here comes Thomas County Central. They're already at the Bulldogs' 30-yard line. 43 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Now the referees are stopping to talk about something, and I don't know what it is. And I guess there was a penalty. I didn't see the flag. But for some reason, they're backing Thomas County Central up. I still have not seen any kind of signal. Maybe he ran out of bounds a little bit earlier than I thought. 1st and 10 at the 36. Running play right up the middle. 2-3 yards that time for Deuce Lawrence. And boy, big play here. 3rd down. Can Thomasville's defense make a stand here? Let's see. Johnson got it. Play action. Looks. Throws across the middle. It's complete. Number 84 went down and got it. That's Rodney Dunbar. And he's going to get a first down for the Jackets. So they keep the drive alive. And that is going to be the last play of the first quarter. So, boy, we had some excitement, didn't we? In a first quarter that for the most part went totally in the favor of Thomas County Central. Thomasville comes back with a late 29-yard touchdown run from Lamonte Cole, the junior running back. And that has cut the lead to 14-7, and that's where we are as we go to quarter number 2. What a game we've got. Phil Jones with you. ITG Next, game of the week. Be sure to join us every Monday, 5 o'clock. Myself and the young lady who is on the video tonight, Mazzani Matthews, host Extra Point with Phil Jones. We do it every Monday, 5 to 6:30. We recap all the games from the weekend. We'll talk about the games coming up. Some good games tonight. My pick 6 includes Hughes at Douglas County. I've got Hughes in that game by a point. Norcross at Walton. Grayson at Mallard Creek. North Gwinnett pulling off the upset last week at Colquitt. They've got a big one at Mill Creek. And then you've got Buford and Roswell tonight. We'll see if we can keep you updated on those games going on around the state. Here we got a good one, 14-7. Start of the second quarter. Thomas County Central picking it right where they left off. A big run. That was Lawrence on the carry. Boy, he is they just got so many great athletes. Just great athletes. Incredible. And he just went for another first down. 1st and 10. I think they can get a first down. No, it's 1st and goal, but the ball's right on the 10. Johnson going to throw. Touchdown, I believe. Incomplete. It's out of my field of vision. I couldn't see. I kind of went with the Thomas County Central crowd. They thought it was a touchdown. But incomplete. So 2nd and goal. The ball is right at the 10. 2nd and goal from the 10. Johnson's in the gun. He'll call for the snap. He's got it. Running play, taking it to about the 6-yard line. That's number 4, A.J. Clark, the senior, on the carry. So right now, this play here is the play of the game. I know it's early. There's a lot of football left to be played. But if you're Thomasville, you've got to make a stop here. If you're Thomas County Central, you want to punch in another one. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. What's going to happen? Snap to Johnson. Going to hand it off. Clark taking it to the 4. So now what will Thomas County Central do? Will Justin Rogers, the riverboat gambler he is, go for the 6, or will he take the automatic 3? With Drew Runeau. No sign of the kicking team coming in at all. No hesitation. They're going to go for it. Now, they may try to make Thomasville jump off sides. Let's watch that. They may try to jump them off with a hard count. They're not. They're going to go for it. Johnson's going to keep it, and he's going to go into the end zone. Just so many weapons, it's just impossible to defend. And Johnson took it in for the touchdown on 4th and goal from the 4. And with that touchdown, Thomas County Central now has increased their lead back to 2 touchdowns. It's 20-7. Bruno with the point after attempt. It's up. It's good. 10:08 of the 2nd quarter. And Thomas County Central has gone back up by 2 touchdowns. It's 21-7. Thomas County Central leading it. Phil Jones with you. ITG Next game of the week. Thanks so much for being a part of our weekly games. We bring you games from all over the state. Next week, we're going to be in Quitman. Actually, just going to go right back down Highway 84 and bring you Fitzgerald at Brooks County. Got some big ones coming up for you, though, later this season, guys. Going to be bringing you Milton and Gainesville, Buford, Collins Hill. So we're going to be bringing you great games this year. ITG Next game of the week. We'll be bringing you this Thomas County Central team again in Week 10 as they visit Northside Warner Robins. Week 11, we're going to be bringing you Perry at Benedictine. So some great games on tap this year here at ITG Next, part of our 2024 Game of the Week lineup. Kelly Mitchell says Brooks looks good in Worth, 19-7 on the Worth County Rams. Kickoff going to be taken from the 1, 10, 15, 20. And they'll drive him back there, and that's where Thomasville will put it in play. If you're Thomasville, you've got to continue to answer here if you're going to stick around in this game. That's the bottom line. Because right now, the Thomasville defense really has no answer for the Thomas County Central offense. Boy, the Jackets have looked so impressive tonight on offense in this game. They lead at 21-7. Bulldogs, though, came alive in their last offensive possession, striking for their first touchdown of the night. Can they come back with another one? Let's see. 3 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. Handoff right up the middle. Not much. Maybe 2 yards. And that's the first carry we've seen tonight from Ant Anderson. Now, I don't know what that was about. He came in as the team's leading rusher. He did not see any action in the first quarter. Not going to speculate, but he got the carry that time. Short game. Hill going to throw it. Incomplete. Tried to find a receiver. Intended for number 1, Nigel Pittman. But it's going to fall to the turf. Incomplete. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long. 9:25 to go in the first half. All of Thomas County Central at this point. Jackets lead at 21-7. Thomasville in yet another passing situation in 3rd and long. Cam Hill. He's in the gun. He's got a couple of receivers to the near side. Got a man on the wing and then a man on the slot on the far side. Man in motion. Hill wants to throw. Screen pass. Complete. That's Anderson still on his feet. 40, 50, 40. Oh! And Anderson looked like he was going to be tackled for, at least short of the first down. He spun out of that tackle. And Anderson has just taken it to the Thomas County Central side of the 50 to the Jackets 40. Keep it in the man who's got the hot hand. Why not? Little swing pass to Anderson, complete. Gain of about 4. Well, we'll give him 3 on that one. 2nd and 7. Inside the 40 now. Hill wants to throw. Slings it. Complete! They just hit a pass on the far sideline, the home sideline that time. Did Thomasville complete to Cy Wilson, their leading receiver. Don't look now, but here come the Dogs. They're trying to get another touchdown, and they're trying to stick around in this game. Quick toss, complete, short gain. As the Jackets defense comes up right away and able to keep the receiver from getting much of anything. It was complete to DeMario Sawyer, the junior wideout. Boy, Thomasville showing some signs of life. Can they keep it going? 2nd and 9 from the Jackets' 14-yard line. It's 21-7. The Thomasville's threatening again. Hill wants to throw. He's going to turn the corner, and he'll be run out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to spot him. I believe we'll spot him at about the 12. If that stands, it's a gain of 2. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 from the 12. Big play here for Thomasville. Can the Dogs connect with a first down? I said a while ago that the most important play was the Thomas County Central 3rd down. Now here's the most important play if you're a Thomasville fan. Hill rolls, looks. He's going to try to run, and he's going to run out of room. And he's actually going to lose yardage. Going to lose 3 yards back to the 17. So now if you're Thomasville, do you try to get points out of this? That's a huge stand for Thomas County Central's defense. So we're going to see Camden Christie, the sophomore kicker. He's going to come in here. The hold's going to come at the 23, 33-yard field goal attempt. We'll all watch it together. Snap, hold, kick, up. Kick is. He nailed it. How about that? Cameron Christie nails it from 33 yards out. 7:35 to go in the second quarter. 21-10 your score. Well, if you are Thomasville, you would have loved the touchdown, but getting points right now, just keeping your offense flowing, keeping something positive going is really the key right now if you're a Bulldogs fan. So that's exactly what happened there. That cuts the lead now to 21-10. Thomas County Central, though, still on top. 7:36 to go. Now, I don't have to tell you, if you're Thomasville, you've got to get a stop here. You've got to get a stop at some point. You've got to slow down the Jacket offense. Now, that's easy for me to say. There was a personal foul against the Thomas County Central Yellow Jackets. So now let's watch this. Thomasville is going to attempt the kick from the TCC 45. Now look, do you try something crazy here, try an onside kick? We saw that happen last time they scored, and it backfired. It gave Thomas County Central great field position. They were able to take it down and score. So are we going to see Christy Camden just boot this one through the end zone and make Thomas County Central start from their own 20? That's what I would do. I'm going to make them start as deep as I can. Let's see what happens. I think Thomas County Central says, hey, let's take a timeout. I think they saw the lineup for the special teams unit for Thomasville, and Coach Rogers said, hey, we need to take a timeout here, and let's think about this. Let's talk about this. Second quarter, we've got 7:36 left to go in the first half. Thomas County Central 21, Thomasville 10. Thomasville trying to hang around in this game. Boy, they are just scratching and clawing for everything they can get. Thomas County Central operating, clicking on all cylinders offensively and for the most part defensively as well here tonight. Guys, it's Friday nights where student athletes compete with everything on the line, chasing greatness and forging unbreakable bonds. It's where entire communities unite under the lights to witness passion, pride, and moments that will be etched in their memories forever. This is football, high school football. There's no tradition quite like it, which is why Fair and Fair proudly supports high school football. Go to fairandfair.com today to find the Georgia office of Fair and Fair closest to you. All right, here we go, coming out of the timeout now. What will Thomasville do here? A little sneaky, freaky here? No. They're just going to kick it off, and I think that's the right thing to do if you're Coach DeLay and the Bulldogs. What say you guys? Kenneth Johnson says, come on, Jackets, bring that win home, give it all you got. Octavia Deal says, let's go, Jackets. If you're watching us tonight, tell me where you're watching the game from. Give me your thoughts. Give me your comments. Love to hear from you. ITG Next Game of the Week. Great turnout tonight for our live stream. Thanks so much to Farrah and Sterling Group Orthopedic sponsoring tonight's game. All right. Can Thomasville Bulldogs defense make a big play here? Boy, they need a turnover. They need something. They need to stop. Penalty flag thrown there on the tackle. Let's see what that's going to be.
Number 2, Jermaine Dennis, the ball carrier. There's a flag on the play.
May get a hold here. Let's wait and see. That's exactly the call. It's going to be a holding penalty called on the Jackets offense. Much to the chagrin of the Central faithful, who have made the short trip across town. The Rose City Classic, Rose City Battle. Thomasville, Thomas County Central, the two public schools here battling it out. You want to talk about tradition. Of course, Thomas County Central, great years. Back in what, the 80s? Thomasville, so many great years through the years as well. Just a lot of tradition in this town with high school football. Johnson rolls, going to throw it long downfield. He overshoots his intended receiver. Pass was intended over there for number 6. Caden Lund, no, that's Jay Jones. Boy, I hate these double number rosters. You just kind of got to take a stab at it and hope I'm guessing right. Second and long, it's 2nd and 19. Still a lot of time. 7:18 to go in the first half. Central leads at 21-7. Screen pass. Boy, all kind of broken tackles. It was a screen pass to Jabari Watkins. Thomasville must have missed 6 tackles, guys. They had him tackled for a short gain, and they just let him go. You got to make that tackle, especially in a game like this. You got a chance. Thomasville's defense not able to wrap up. And don't look now, but here come the Jackets again. They're at the Thomasville 39. Boy, that can just be a backbreaker there. Handoff right up the middle for about 4 to the 35.
Number 2, Jermaine Dennis, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 2, Kamon Jefferson.
I think the PA announcer's getting confused. That's Deuce Lawrence on the carry. Handoff, look out. Wow, what a hit. Big play here. 3rd and a half a yard. Well, this should be automatic if you're Central, right? Johnson going to take the snap. He'll hand off. Easy first down. Only needed a half a yard, and they got about a yard and a half. So move the chains. That's another Thomas County Central first down. It's going to be interesting, guys, to see who comes out of this region, this crazy region, this crazy classification of 5A that has not 1, not 2, but 3 defending state champions. Handoff. Short gain. Maybe a yard.
Tackle made by number 97, Dakari Meeks.
And it's going to be 2nd down. Johnson going to take it, going to toss out to the far side. I think a Thomasville defender got a hand on that one. It's going to be an errant throw. I think that was number 2. Kamon Jefferson, the senior defensive end, who was able to deflect that pass, and it goes incomplete. So here we go. 5:17 left to go in the first half. It's 3rd and 7. Thomas County Central at the Thomasville 25. Can the Bulldogs defense come up with a stop here? Let's see. Johnson going to throw that same pass out there. And, boy, that's a great play by the Thomasville defense. What a play. Number 47, Kiff Parrish, the senior linebacker, came up and made the tackle. And are we going to see Thomas County Central go for a long field goal here? We're going to see Drew Runeau try a 42-yarder. Why not? The young man is automatic just about. The hold will come at the 32. It's a 42-yard attempt for Runeau. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. It's on its way. He nailed it. And he nailed it with plenty to spare. 42-yard field goal by Drew Runeau is good. So we've seen both of these field goal kickers come up big on each of their team's last offensive possession. We just saw Camden Christie nailed a 33-yarder. And now you've got Drew Runeau hitting it from 42 yards to push the lead back out to 14. It's 24-10 now. 4:24 left to go in the second quarter. Guys, if joint pain is keeping you from your best performance, Sterling Group Orthopedics has you covered. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Dexter Love, Dr. Kurt Starling, and Dr. Frankie Davis, provide expert care to get you moving and keep you pain-free. Don't miss a beat. Call Sterling Group Orthopedics at 891-9581 or visit sterlingphysiciansgroup.com for top-notch orthopedic care. Trust the team that's always in your corner. That's Sterling Group Orthopedics. So 24-10, 4:24 to go in the first half. Thomasville just trying to hang around here. Kick taking on a hawk. 10, 15. And brought down there at the 15 after a short gain. Nigel Pittman on the return, not much. Mario Johnson says field goal kicker is clutch. Later on during the season, especially in a close game. Boy, isn't that the truth, Mario? We saw that last year. Brian Spray says, thanks for the live stream from Woodbury, Georgia. Brian, you're welcome, brother. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Thanks so much for the great turnout we have had tonight from folks all over the place. The beauty of the internet. All right, so let's see if Thomasville now, they've been able, got a man wide open and he underthrew it. While Hill had a man streaking wide open on a deep post and Hill underthrew it. Incomplete. Of course, give the young man credit. He had heavy pressure coming in, but boy, if they connect there, that keeps this Thomasville offense rolling. Instead, it's going to fall incomplete. Second down and 10. 4:08 left to go. Thomasville has finally been able to find their offense, but you got to keep putting points on the board. Second and 10. Handoff. A little bit of running room. Going to go for about 7-8 yards. Check the forward progress here. Going to bring up third in a very manageable situation here, depending on the spot. Lamario Johnson says, thanks for the coverage from Orlando, Florida. Go Jackets. Thanks so much for checking us out tonight. Big play here. Third down and 4. Hill, short drop, looks, throws. Was he able to hang on to it? Incomplete. Boy, that was a tough one, trying to thread the needle there. So third down, just a tough play there to try to complete that one. Jackets had great coverage, and that's going to force Thomasville to punt it away. Not what you want if you're a Thomasville fan. Jackets should get great field position. Boy, it's such a dangerous play here. You're punting from deep in your own end. And Thomasville is going to take a timeout here. Give us a chance to tell you about our friends at Farrah and Farrah, who want to remind you this Friday night is where student athletes compete with everything on the line, chasing greatness and forging unbreakable bonds. It's where entire communities unite under the lights to witness passion, pride, and moments that will be etched in their memories forever. It's football. It's high school football, and there's no tradition quite like it, is there? Just like these athletes, Farrah and Farrah puts it on the line every day for their clients, which is why Farrah and Farrah proudly supports high school football. Go to farrahandfarrah.com today to find the Georgia office of Farrah and Farrah that's closest to you. That's farrahandfarrah.com. Big thanks to them and Sterling Group Orthopedics sponsoring our live stream tonight. Coming to you from Veterans Memorial Stadium in Thomasville, home of the Bulldogs. Thomas County Central 24. The homestanding Dogs 10. Thomas County Central trying to win their third consecutive game in this series and take an overall 29-27 series lead. All right, fourth down, coming out of the timeout now. Thomasville got to punt it away. Here's the punt. Hill going to kick it. High punt. Boy, good punt. And it's going to hit at about the 40, and it's just going to kind of roll a little sideways, and Thomasville going to go down there and down it. Inside the 40, Jackets will start about their own 38, 39-yard line. I'll tell you this, Thomasville, Hill, in addition to his quarterback duties, has done a good job punting away from Thomas County Central and at least keeping them from striking big on special teams. 24-10, Jackets lead it. For the most part, it's been all Jackets, although that second quarter did see Thomasville finally get their offense rolling. Now they need their defense to come up big here and force a punt or get some kind of turnover. If you're a Thomasville fan, you need a turnover. You need something big to happen here on defense. 3:15 to go in the first half. Jackets, Johnson going to take it on a little option play. He'll keep it to the 45. Give him about 7.
Number 11, Jaden Johnson, the ball carrier. 59.
Jason Lamont says, shout out to them Jackets from Amarillo, Texas. Love it. Handoff stuffed in the backfield. Great play from Thomasville's linebacker, Jeremiah Humbert. I almost said Jeremiah Humbledink. Haley Shank says the band sounds great. Go Jackets, watching from Orcata, California. What is it out there, Haley? About 6 o'clock. We have a timeout now. 3rd down and about 6. And we've got a timeout. 3rd down and 6. Great turnout tonight for our live stream, guys. Thank you so much. Speaking of the band, I do want to tell you, Kim Hires Brinson says, so nice to be able to watch from home. Thanks. You are absolutely welcome. Glad to be bringing you guys this game. Shadon Omster says, Thomas County Central class of 2005 and 22. Watching from Gwinnett County, Georgia. We were up there a couple of weeks ago at Collins Hill, bringing you guys Woodward Academy and Collins Hill. We go all over the state every Friday night, bringing you the best in high school football, ITG Next Georgia. High school sports is all we do. And we're glad to be featuring and spotlighting all the young high school student athletes that make high school sports the greatest sport in the world, no matter what sport that might be. Be sure to check out our live show we do every Monday, 5 o'clock. It's Extra Point with yours truly, Phil Jones. Mazzani Matthews co-hosts the show with me. We'll talk about this game. We'll talk about games all over the state. Monday, 5 o'clock. It's every Monday, 5 o'clock, right here where you're watching this game. All right, coming out of the timeout, big play, 2:17, 3rd and 5. Jackets, 3 receivers near side, 1 on the near side, or 1 on the far side, rather. Johnson with a single back off his right heel. Takes the snap, looks, throws, complete. Great play that time by Thomasville's defense. Coming up and making the tackle was Tyler Ivory. It's 4th and 4. And how about that, Thomasville fans? You have finally forced the Jackets into a punting situation. I had just mentioned before that series that Thomasville needed something big. Now, we think Thomas County Central is going to punt. You never know with these guys. Are we going to see some trickery here? No. Oh, no. Runeau kicked it off the side of his foot. Well, you don't see that happen often. Well, what happened here? Thomas County Central players are jubilant. And I'm not real sure what happened. Folks, I don't know what happened. Thomas County Central players were celebrating, and I don't know what it was about. Because Thomasville is going to get it in great field position after the errant punt. They've got it 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line, does Thomasville. 1:33 left to go in the half. Can Thomasville get something here before the half and go into the locker room with something positive? Hill going to throw it. Complete to the 45 of the Jackets. 15-yard pass. Another first down. 127, 126, 125. Clock continues to move in the first half. Thomasville at the Jackets 45. Hill throws complete, far sideline. Knocking him out of bounds for a short gain. Give him maybe, 4? We'll give him 4. We're under a minute to go. Clock continues to run. 2nd and 6. Thomasville. Hill looks, throws, far side, complete. Receivers got it. Taking it to the 35. First down. Move the chains. Here comes Thomasville. Can they cut this thing to a touchdown lead? 45 seconds left. Here come the Dogs. They're at the Jackets' 35-yard line. New set of downs. Hill wants to throw. Screen pass, but the Jackets defense coming up big. They read that one all the way. Didn't fool anybody on that one. Ant Anderson made the catch on the screen. But now the clock becomes your enemy if you're Thomasville. 20 seconds left. Dogs got to go in a hurry. And Hill's going to go up under center and just down the ball. That stops the clock with 19 seconds left. Boy, what a flurry of activity there. Thomasville roaring down the field, but that one hurt. They tried a little screen pass, and Thomas County Central snuffed it out. 2nd and 13. Thomasville's got it at the Central 39-yard line. Will they try a bomb here? You think they got to go to the end zone with something, don't they? We have an official timeout now. Let's see what this is about. We have an official timeout. I didn't see either of the teams calling anything. Now the referee says, hey, we got to go. The crew chief is yelling at both teams, so let's go. I can hear him all the way up here. Okay, 3rd down, 13. You got 19 seconds left. You're Thomasville. This is going to be 2-down territory, you'd think, but you got to go for the first down. Cam Hill takes the snap. Looks, throws. Complete. They threw it to the 22. 17-yard gain. First down, Thomasville. 12 seconds left. No, it's 3rd. I thought they got the first down. I guess it is first down. Well, the lines crew is just not changing these yard markers. That's what I keep looking at. They had that thing on 3rd down forever. So an errant snap now by Thomasville. Thomasville calls timeout. So here's where we are. Boy, you just wasted an opportunity there, did Thomasville. Great day. So if this stands, there's 2 seconds left in the half. Thomasville is going to have one shot to the end zone, you would think. Are they going to reach for a long field goal? They are. Thomasville is going to go for a long field goal. The hold is going to come at the 41-yard field goal. Time will expire on Camden Christie. He hit a 33-yarder earlier. They're going to ask Christie, the sophomore, to try one from 41. Thomas County Central fans making a lot of noise here, trying to distract the sophomore kicker. 2 seconds left. This will end the half, whatever happens. Let's see. 41-yard attempt. The kick is up, and it's going to be short. Never got any air on it. And the half will end right there. The half has come to an end, and I got to be honest with you, what looked like was going to be a Thomas County Central runaway early has turned into a pretty good contest here with Thomasville scratching and clawing their way back into this thing with a strong second quarter performance. And we'll go to halftime with Thomas County Central leading it 24-10. Thomasville trying to hang around here. And boy, they've done just that as we get ready to go to halftime. Halftime recap brought to you by Farrah and Sterling Group Orthopedics. Thomas County Central start first on their second offensive possession, or their second offensive play of the night. 50-yard touchdown run from Deuce Lawrence gave the Jackets the early lead. It comes at 8:50 of the first quarter. The extra point was good. They led it 7-0. The Jackets would follow that up with another touchdown on a 1-yard touchdown run. This one from A.J. Clark. That extended the lead to 14-0, and it looked like Thomas County Central was about to put the lights out early. But Thomasville would not go down that easy. The Bulldogs, on their third offensive possession of the night, in the first quarter, they come roaring back on a 29-yard touchdown run by Cole, Levante Cole, the junior. Extra point from Christie Camden was good, and it was 14-7 at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter, Thomas County Central would go back up by 2 touchdowns on a 4-yard touchdown run from Johnson. On a 4th down, Thomas County Central elected to go for it, and Johnson on the quarterback keeper takes it in on 4th and goal from the 4. That makes the lead 21-7. Thomas County Central, 10:08 left to go in the first half. Then Thomasville would come back. Camden Christie, the sophomore. Boy, he's going to be a good one. They call on him to try a 33-yard field goal, and he makes it. That cut the Thomas County Central lead to 21-10. It come at 7:35 of the second. But then Thomas County Central's place kicker. Boy, we got 2 great kickers here tonight, don't we? Drew Runeau. They call on him to try a 42-yard field goal attempt at 4:14 to go in the half, and he nails it. And that made the lead 24-10 for Thomas County Central. Then, as the half ended, Thomasville driving for what they hoped would be a touchdown. Not able to get that, but they do try a 42-yard field goal from Christie, but he never really got much behind it. The kick short, and that's where the half ends, with Thomas County Central leading it 24-10. Halftime is here. We're going to let you watch the band. Can't let you enjoy the sounds, though, because of and we'll go to halftime.
National Bank. Thank you.
What's up? Jose Padilla. Good to see you, buddy. All right, yeah.
All right, guys, welcome back. Phil Jones with you. Hope you enjoyed as much of the halftime show as we could present to you guys. Again, some copyright issues prevent us from showing you the sounds of the band. And so, in case you were wondering, that's why we had to do that. Totally out of our control. But what is in our control is the great football game we've got here tonight, with Thomas County Central leading it 24-10 as we're getting ready for the start of the third quarter. I want to acknowledge some of our friends that are on YouTube. Well, what a great turnout tonight, guys. Sandra Williams checking in from Enos, Texas. Michael Durham checking in from Oconee County. Shondoria, what was her last name? Miss Shondoria, Trey Brenton's grandmother. Give me another shout out. Antonio Lee, Horace Cooley. So many great people watching tonight. I'm going to acknowledge you guys throughout the second quarter. So, Catherine Green from Laurel, Maryland, watching the game. And we are getting ready here to start. Bill Shirley tells us K-Road 35-12 at the half in their game. All right, here we go, guys. Start of the second half. Thomas County Central leads at 24-10. And the second half kickoff is going to go out of bounds. And that's going to give Thomas County Central great field position from their own 35-yard line to start the third quarter. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know that that's such a bad thing if you're Thomasville. Well, we had an exciting first half. We really had an exciting second quarter as we saw Thomasville climb back into the football game. And let's see if the Bulldogs can try to keep up their intensity. Class 1A, Thomasville, trying to hang in there with Class 5A, Thomas County Central, defending state champions from 6A. And through reclassification, they just merely changed it to 5A. So, wasn't as if they truly went down a class. All right, little swing pass to start the second half, and Thomas County Central picking up right where they left off. With a big play here. Going to be a penalty called on Thomasville. The Thomasville player apparently did not hear. Was not able to hear the whistle. So what was a huge gain for Thomas County Central on a swing pass is going to get another 15 yards tacked on to it. Dead ball, personal foul on Thomasville. Actually, the Thomas County Central player had run out of bounds, so Thomasville player apparently either did not see or hear the play. So let's see what's going to happen here. I think they're going to respot and then mark off the penalty. That's exactly what they're doing. SB is watching from West Melbourne, Florida. Brian Kennedy says, I'm checking in from my couch. I love it. Laura Philippi says, shout out to Chandler Philippi. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. Is it Philippi or Philippi? Number 1 tuba for the Jackets. We'll get the band some action here. I love it. All right, Jackets now trying to take control here. Off tackle play. They're going to string it out. Taking it down to about the 15-yard line.
Number 2 on the carry.
Boy, the Thomasville coaching staff is hot. Coach DeLay and his assistants are fired up. I think they were wanting a hold. Coach DeLay is in the ear of the crew chief. Not going to get him to turn around, though. Hand off right side.
Number 2 on the carry again.
That's Clark getting the carry. So here comes Thomas County Central now.
Number 19.
First possession of the second half. Jackets lead at 24-10, and they're looking for more. 11 minutes to go in the third. Johnson, one receiver to the far side, going to take the snap, hand it, bouncing off one tackler, taking it to about the 5.
Number 2, Jermaine Dennis, the ball carrier. Tackle made by number 14, Caden Walker.
Deuce Lawrence on the carry. Third and about a yard. Needed for the first. You would think this is going to be easy. The way Thomas County Central can move the football. But let's see if Thomasville can come up with a big play on defense here. Go hand it to Clark. He'll get the first down. Penalty flag coming in. Watch that. Penalty flag thrown there around the 5. Let's see what we get. It's a hold on Central. That's about the only thing that they have really done wrong tonight, and it really hadn't slowed them up a whole lot. They lead at 24-10, but the Jackets, several penalties that maybe have kept them from even scoring more. But again, they've been able to work around it. They lead at 24-10. 10-14 to go in the third. Third down. They'll replay third down here after the penalty. Johnson looks. Going to toss it out here. Screen pass. It's complete. Here comes a host of red shirts in to knock him down. We got an injured Thomasville player who was in on the tackle. That's number 20, Jeremiah Humbert, the senior defensive end who was in on that tackle. Thomasville medical folks coming over to check on him. There's actually Coach DeLay coming over to check on him as well. So 9:47 to go. It's 24-10. It's going to bring up fourth down for Thomas County Central. And when we resume play, is Coach Rogers going to lay the offense out there, or will he call on Drew Runeau to knock down another field goal? Humbert is on his feet. You love to see that anytime we have an injury. Melinda Hester checking in from New York. Philip Reed watching from Lee County. So they are going to go for a field goal. The hold's going to come at the 18. It'll be a 28-yard field goal attempt. 28-yard field goal attempt here from Runeau. Here's the snap. Hold. Kick is up. It's good. It's now 27-10. Thomas County Central has increased their lead as they take the opening kick and they drive it down and get the field goal. It's going to come at 9:47 of the third quarter. And again, that increases the lead now to 17, 27-10, your score. Score big with Dr. Frankie Davis at Sterling Group Orthopedics, specializing in advanced knee replacements. Dr. Davis uses the Mako surgical robot for precise, efficient surgeries and faster recovery times. Get back to your active life with confidence. Choose Dr. Davis and the Mako surgical robot for top-notch knee care. Call Sterling Group Orthopedics at 229-891-9581 or visit sterlingphysiciansgroup.com today. Big thanks to Sterling Group Orthopedics and Fair & Fair sponsoring tonight's game. I'm Phil Jones, Mazzani Matthews on the video tonight. Thanks so much for being with us. ITG Next Game of the Week. We bring you a great game from around the state every Friday night. Tonight we are in Thomasville, Thomas County Central. Thomasville doing battle in this great series that right now has Thomas County Central leading it 27-10. Kickoff from Runeau is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 Bulldogs at their own 20.
There's Shondoria Cooper. I messed up your name earlier. I am here, the grandmother of Trey Brenton. Thanks for all that Thomas County Central has done for him. He is in college doing well. His first game is tomorrow. Now, where is he at, Miss Cooper? All right. Let me hear from you guys where you're at. I'm going to catch your comments here. A lot of you YouTubers watching, and we thank you so much, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. Handoff. Running back, spinning out of one tackle, but he's going to go backwards. Going to lose yardage that time is number 3, Levante Cole. Brooks Carter giving us some scores. George Charles Lamons checking in. What's up, George? 26-7, Brooks County leads in their game. Somebody's watching from around the corner. I love it. Jabari Bryant. Snap. Hill from his own end zone throws. Complete out to the 15-yard line. Good throw and catch that time. Octavia Deal says, let's go Jackets, watching from Moultrie.
Tackle made by number 3. Danielle Jester.
So he's at Lenore Run is Trey Brenton. Thank you for that. Little screen pass attempt, incomplete.
His pass is incomplete. Flag on the play.
Charles McLeod says, go Jackets from Birmingham, Alabama. Byron Glover checking in from Rockin' G Farm in Pavo, Georgia. Got folks everywhere. Love it. So Thomasville going to go 3 and out here. They're going to have to punt it away. 8:34 to go in the third.
Back deep for the Yellow Jackets. Number 0, D. Reddick.
Thomas County Central should get great field position out of this. Well, it's not what Thomasville wanted there, was to go 3 and out, but here's a punting situation now, and we've got penalty flags. Check the call. That's going to be a false start on Thomasville. So right now, Thomasville has not come out very strong here in the third quarter. And again, when you're in a game like this, I hate to say it, but you really almost have to play error-free when you're playing a team like Central. The Jackets lead at 27-10. Thomasville really came strong with a good second quarter, but they started off the third here with several mistakes, including that one when they did not need that, deep in their own territory. Now Thomasville's going to have to punt this one away from deep in their own territory. The kick. High kick taken at about the 44. Taking it across the 40 to about the 37-yard line. That's where Thomas County Central will put it in play. D. Reddick on the return. Man, he is a dangerous cat, let me tell you. Had a 106-yard interception return for a touchdown last week. Dustin Kennedy watching from Coolidge, Georgia. Chapel McCullough watching from Auburn, Alabama. We've got a fan watching from Toronto, Canada. Aco Shack. Renita White's watching from Atlanta. Jenny John says Renita's lying. I have no way to check y'all on that. Got to take your word for it. It's the honor system here. They're going to fake the jet sweep. Is Johnson. He'll take it down to about the 30-yard line. Thomasville's defense needs something big here. They need to come up with a stand. They need to come up with something big. They need a turnover. You got to get back in this game if you're Thomasville, because right now the Jackets, you can kind of feel them pulling away. And there they go. Touchdown. I hated to sound prophetic, but you could just feel the momentum. And right then, you just had Christian Deuce Lawrence took it in from 30 yards away. And that's going to increase the lead now to 33-10. It comes at 7:46 of the third. Point after attempt coming up now from Drew Runeau. We've got a illegal procedure called on Thomas County Central. I'll back him up a little bit. Probably not going to make much of a difference with Runeau. He's a great kicker. Again, you can certainly feel when momentum is shifting back and forth, and you can just really feel Thomas County Central trying to put this thing away. And as soon as I got the words out of my mouth, Deuce Lawrence took it for 30 yards and the score. Kick is up. Kick is good. 34-10. Thomas County Central starting to pull away here. But there's still a lot of time left. A lot of time left to go in this game, but Thomasville must come right back and do it in a hurry. If joint pain is keeping you from your best performance, Sterling Group Orthopedics has got you covered. Our board-certified orthopedic surgeons, Dr. Dexter Love, Dr. Kurt Starling, and Dr. Frankie Davis provide expert care to get you moving and keep you pain-free. Don't miss a beat. Call Sterling Group Orthopedics at 229-891-9581 or visit their website, sterlingphysiciangroup.com. That's sterlingphysiciangroup.com for top-notch orthopedic care. Trust the team that's always in your corner. That's Sterling Group Orthopedics. Big thanks to them and Fair and Fair sponsoring tonight's game. Our ITG Next Game of the Week, our live stream coming to you from Thomasville. Big thanks to our friends here at Thomasville. Jeremy Rayburn, athletic director. Very kind to let us come over and bring you guys this game. High end over end kick. It's returnable from the 4, but wait a minute. We've got whistles. Somebody from Thomas County Central, I think, jumped the gun there, and they're going to have to kick it again. Arnold Baker says, hello, it's Arnold Baker out of Dublin, Ireland. Southern Traveler says, I'm watching from a van down by the river. Which river is that? The rain has held off for the most part. It has started back a light drizzle for about the last couple of quarters, but it obviously has not really hampered either team, especially Thomas County Central. I know that was kind of one of the hopes from Thomasville fans, that maybe if it got into a hard rain, a big wet affair, that maybe it would slow down the Thomas County Central offense, but that has not been the case tonight. And boy, here's a hard hit. Great coverage from the Thomas County Central special teams unit. Coming down and making the tackle there at the 10-yard line. Lou Tyler says hello from Chicago.
Tackle made by number 7, Trayvon Pringle.
Thomas County Central, boy, they look good. These are some great looking athletes out there. And I do mean great looking athletes. And I think we're going to get a false start on Thomasville. False start on the Dogs. And again, this third quarter, Thomasville has not done themselves any favors. They have played this entire third quarter deep in their own end zone or deep in their own end, and you just cannot do that when you're trailing, and especially when you're trying to get back in the game against a great defense like Central. Quarterback keeper from Cam Hill. He'll take it out to about the 7. (34-10), 7:24, 7:23, 7:22 to go in the third quarter. All Central at this point. Second down. You can probably hear the Central fans in the background with their horns. Cam Hill is going to, I thought he was going to get tackled in his own end zone, but he's able to get out of there. And he'll bring it out to about the 9. Looked like Cam Hill was going to get brought down for a safety. He did a good job to get out of there and to prevent that from happening. But it's going to bring up third down, and they got to get it to Boston for a first. And I'm not talking about Boston, Mass, although that's a long way too. But we'll say third down in Cairo, third and long for Thomasville. They trail it by 24. Snap to Hill. They're just going to play it safe and run it off the left side. Maybe a yard, and that's about it. So a punting situation now for Thomasville, and the Dogs not able to get anything going offensively in this third quarter, and this so far has really been the difference. Thomas County Central, on the other hand, has been able to come out with 10 points in this second half. Remember, this thing was somewhat of a game at halftime. Well, great punt, man. Thomasville has done a good job with their punting game. And this one is going to be down at around the 46-yard line. That's where Central is going to put it in play. 1st and 10. Right now, it's all Yellow Jackets. They've got the huge lead. They've got the momentum. They've got good field position. And 5:23 to go still in the third quarter. ITG next game of the week. Nehemiah Coleman says, can I get a shout out? You just did. Stacy White and family watching from home tonight. Go Jackets, go. Where's home at? Let me hear from you guys in this third quarter, the second half. I'll give all the shout outs to you guys. Great turnout for our live stream tonight on both Facebook and YouTube, and we appreciate you guys. Short gain to the 50. Kobe Carnage, sophomore. Well, they just keep running athlete after athlete after athlete out there. Does Central. Two receivers far side, one man in the slot out there. Snap to Johnson, run play, big hole. 10, 5, knocking him out of bounds, I believe, before he gets to the end zone. That was number 14, Kobe Carnage. We just called his name, and that time he took it to the, see where they're going to spot him. Okay, so they'll spot him at the 5. So a 45-yard run that time by Carnage. And it's got the Jackets knocking on the door again. Run play, nothing doing this time. Stop right there at the line. Carnage again getting the carry, but Thomasville making the stop. It'll be 2nd and goal to go from the 5. Katie Rondello, Fallen's Real Pit Barbecue. Katie, I'd love a plate of ribs before we leave here tonight. Trying to throw the fade at that time to number 84, Rodney Dunbar. Incomplete. He overthrew it. Cheyenne Brown and family watching from Crystal River, Florida. Stacy Yawn says, my daughter Kiaya has been begging for a shout out all game. There you go. Kiaya, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Kiaya, there's your shout out. Katie says, yes. Listen, I'll give you that shout out for your barbecue company. If you'll give me a plate of ribs up here, be glad to do that. Timeout, Thomas County Central. I want to give you guys a big shout out also to our sponsors, because without their help, without their sponsorship, we're not able to bring you guys this live stream. Farrah and Farrah. I want to remind you, this is Friday night. It's where student athletes compete with everything on the line, chasing greatness, and they're forging unbreakable bonds. It's where entire communities unite under the lights to witness passion, pride, and moments that will be etched in their memories forever. This is football. It's high school football. There's no tradition quite like it, is there? Just like these athletes, Farrah and Farrah puts it on the line every day for their clients, which is why Farrah and Farrah proudly supports high school football. Go to farrahandfarrah.com to find the Georgia office closest to you. That's Farrah and Farrah, attorneys at law, personal injury attorneys. Nehemiah Coleman says, we're going undefeated this season. Charles Reese says, I'm class of 96 in the house. Amanda Grant, watching from Atlanta. My nephew, number 3 for Central, Donnell Jester. Calvin Jones checking us out from Valdosta. Spires Family Adventure says, thank you so much for the live stream. You are welcome. Here we go, ready to go. 3rd down and goal for Thomas County Central. Can they punch another one in? Option play. Johnson going to keep it. They'll bring him down at the 1. 4th down and goal. Thomas County Central going to send in the big package here. They're going to line up and go for it. Big package here. They're bringing in number 47 as a blocking back. Probably see Johnson go in right behind him off that right side. That's exactly what happens. Penalty flag as Johnson leaps over the line. Now check the call. Johnson leapt over everyone, sprawled out on the ground for the touchdown. Let's check the call. We'll wait on the white hat. It's a holding call. You can see the white hat saying that one of the Thomas County Central linemen grabbed the gentleman and threw him down. Can't do that. And again, guys, I've said it tonight. Thomas County Central comfortably in the lead, 34-10. They've played well. But if there's anything Coach Rogers is going to take away from this game, it's the penalties that have cost his team. some chances to maybe even make this score bigger than what it is, and it's going to cost them a touchdown, is because of the penalty now. Going to have to bring out Drew Runeau to try another field goal. Of course, they're getting points, but Coach Rogers and the Jackets would rather have the 7. Hold's going to come at the 20, or, the 19. We'll call it a 30-yard attempt. Bad snap, but whistles. Let's see what we got. Dead ball, offsides on Thomasville. So that's going to mark it up 5 yards. So let's see if they keep the field goal unit. If you love high school sports, high school football, check out our show every Monday, 5 o'clock, Extra Point with yours truly and Mazzani Matthews. You can check out the show right here where you're watching this game. ITG Next, our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Every Monday, 5 o'clock, hour and a half, we talk high school football. Drew Runeau, a rare miss, line drive kick, wide left. So that's a situation there. I've been talking about how the penalties have hurt Thomas County Central somewhat. But that time, it's going to cost them points. Now remember, they had a touchdown that Johnson had leapt over the line and scored, but the holding call wiped it off the board. That was what forced Thomas County Central into the long field goal attempt. And a rare miss from Runeau is going to give Thomasville the ball back. 3:33 left, so Thomasville dodges what could have been more scores there. A little swing pass out here in the flats. Man, Thomas County Central's defense, though, was just so quick to the football. Coming up that time to make the tackle for the Jackets. Looked like that was Omari Stevenson, junior linebacker. Loss of 2 yards on the play, 2nd down and 12. Thomasville has really spent the entire third quarter deep in their own territory. Hill going to sling it long downfield. Intercepted. The ball went off the receiver's hands, and it's intercepted. And here comes Thomas County Central, going to run it back for a touchdown. Akoya Rawls. "45-yard interception return for a touchdown." And indeed, a pick six went off the receiver's hands into the arms of Rawls. Point after attempt is blocked. But Thomas County Central is going to get another chance because Thomasville was offsides. So the interception from Akoya Rawls, senior defensive back. And I'm assuming, again, guys, Jalen Johnson, the quarterback, also wears number 11, but Akoya Rawls, number 11, is a senior defensive back. I can only assume he was the one that made the interception. So that's what happens when you got these double number rosters. Here's the point after attempt now. The kick is up, kick is good. And that's going to extend the Thomas County Central lead to 40-10. 41-10. With 2:46 left to go in the third quarter. Again, I had mentioned earlier before the interception that Thomasville has really spent this entire third quarter. Pretty much every offensive possession has been inside their 20-yard line. And that just gives you the length of the football field, 80 yards of it anyway, to try to go for a score. And that's hard to do against anybody, and especially against a defense like Thomas County Central. Shout out to the White Meeks family tuning in, supporting number 97 for the Dogs. That's Dakari Meeks. Shout out to defensive tackle Samuel. Felicia James wants a shout out. You got it. Calvin Jones says, I love South Georgia high school football. James Barnes Jr. and my wife Jessica Barnes checking in. Love it. Carolyn Wiggins watching for Augusta class of 76 Central.
Excuse me.
Watching from Augusta.
We have a missing child in the stadium.
Oh, man.
Cade Frey, band stop playing. We have a missing child in the stadium. Cade Frey, please report to the Jackson Street concession stand.
All right, so Thomasville now will try to get something going. They have, again, really completely faltered here in the third quarter. Much a testament, though, to the Thomas County Central defense. Boy, they're big, they're quick, they're athletic, and they have done their job tonight in this rivalry game. There's a wide receiver screen, though. Nice little gain on first down for about 6 yards.
Pass is complete.
Pass complete there to number 0. That's A.J. Hill. We haven't called his name much tonight at all.
Tackle made by number 24, Amari Stevenson.
Jaquise Harrington says, shout out to Central. I'm watching from the UK, baby. How about that? Sleeping music. JJ says, now you know Jalen don't play no defensive back. And again, I didn't think he did. But when you got two number 11s, you can only try to take a guess at it. I'll tell you, Jalen is quite the athlete. And, you know, you got some of these guys out here on the field that do play both ways. So, okay, give me some slack. You know, when you got two guys wearing the same number, I can only 50-50 guess, right? Second down. Hill wants to throw, looks, throws it. Receiver fell down.
His pass was incomplete.
And the pass will fall, thankfully for Thomasville, incomplete. Receiver fell down. There was nobody out there but a white shirt. Katie Rondello says, where else have you seen such a community come together for some high school football? Thomasville is such a great small town. Listen, Rosa Williams watching from Beachton, Georgia. Go Jackets. Listen, I have, about 5 years ago, I had mentioned that, you know, it was, and I always have said this, it's very important for football to mean something in Thomasville. Punt situation, look out, 50, 45, 40. Big hit right about the 35-yard line. That was D. Reddick on the return that time, taking it. Well, he is so dangerous, and we see now why Thomasville has kicked away from him most of the night. But I was saying earlier, you know, I've said this, like I said, about 5 years ago, I said that it was so important for football to mean something in Thomasville. And that was when Thomasville was on the verge of making it to the state championship game, which they did. Was that back in 2021, I believe? And, of course, Thomas County Central, from that standpoint, has really started to come back, as we know, with a couple of great back-to-back seasons, winning the state championship last year. Run play, touchdown, 32 yards away. A.J. Clark, right now, it's all Central. It comes at 1:34 of the third quarter. Boy, this third quarter has belonged to TCC. Drew Runo will try to put it up and good, and he does. What was a close game at halftime has turned into a runaway here in the third. It's 48-10. Thomas County Central with 24 unanswered points here in the third quarter to maybe put this thing out of reach, and I think it's safe to say that. Carlton Williams watching from Macomb, Michigan. But again, I'll try to finish this sentence, this thought that I've been trying to finish the last couple of minutes. It means it's important for football to matter in Thomasville. You know, there are communities that are rich in tradition, steeped in tradition and history when it comes to high school football. You know, Valdosta is one of those towns. But Thomasville is another one of those towns, you know. And it's important because, you know, this city went through a little stretch there where both teams were kind of searching for an identity, Thomas County Central and Thomasville. But again, Thomasville, 3 years removed from an appearance in the state title game. They are our number one ranked team. Now that's Class A. And they're playing a Class 5A team here tonight in Central. Kickoff, going to go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So will tonight do anything to change my mind about Thomasville as the number one team in Class A? You know, I got to think about that. Again, they're number one in Class A, not the entire state and every class. Brooks County, who is the favorite to win Class A Division II, now Thomasville beat them to start the season, and that is, I saw them last week. We carried that game last week, and you want to talk about a team that could probably stick with just about anybody. Brooks County last week really looked good against Cook in the win. So I know tonight has not gone the way that Thomasville fans would have hoped. Penalty flag coming in behind the play, but again, Thomasville is going to be fine as the season goes on, just not their night tonight. Rhonda Cox and my mom, Annie Cox, are watching from Meigs. How about that? Please give a shout out to Reagan and Madison Jones. Done, says Christina Jones. So a shout out to Reagan and Madison Jones. Y'all enjoying the game? That penalty was on Thomas County Central, going to be marked off. 1:25 left to go in the third. We should be in a running clock, I would think. Cam Hill's going to be sacked. Big loss for Thomasville. Back to the 25-yard line. Thomas County Central is really taking over. In this third quarter. Again, we had a game at halftime. But Thomas County Central has completely taken over and ran away with it in this third quarter, which has 40 seconds still left to go before we go to the fourth. Thomasville trying to set up the screen pass, almost intercepted. It was tipped a couple of times by Thomas County Central defenders before it falls to the turf incomplete. 34 seconds left in the third quarter, that is. Tyrone Williams is checking out the game from Enos, Texas. Shout out to Lainey Ray. Today is her first birthday. Bless her heart. David Tinsley giving us that bit of information. Deja Grant watching from Atlanta. TCC number 3. Here we go. Snap. It was Cam Hill throwing it long. Nobody back there. Incomplete. He was looking for and intended for number 81 for Thomasville, Rex Schofield, the senior wideout. But Cam Hill trying to stretch the field that time, trying to go for the home run ball, and it falls incomplete, and it's yet another punting situation for the Dogs. Let's see if they kick it to D. Reddick again. You can bet the mortgage they won't. Not if they're smart. We'll see, though. High punt. He'll run away from it. Yeah, they're kicking it over toward the sideline. I don't blame them. I would do the same thing, young man. I'll tell you this, number 29, that's Makari Williams for Thomasville. He's been the punter tonight, and he's done a good job. He has. Give him credit. He's done his part. A.J. Larkins watching from Lawrenceville. Rosa Williams says, please give a shout out to Beachton Estate Vineyards and Courtney Williams. Where's that at? The Vineyards. Is that in Georgia? Where's Beachton at? All right, 19 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's all Central. Completely in control here. Johnson going to take, hand it off. Once again, that was Deuce Lawrence. Christian Deuce Lawrence on the carry. He's been a workhorse tonight. And that's the end of the third quarter of play. Tell you, what a great light show here. Diane Gammons. Brother Phil, you're doing a great job. Big Mike Gammons. Big Mike, what's up, buddy? Big Mike Gammons. Big Mike, you live here in Thomasville, don't you? Big Mike has got arms like a telephone pole. And I'm not joking. But he is as nice a man as you will meet. Longtime Georgia high school football official. Mike, I appreciate that, brother. Thanks so much for the shout-out. I appreciate you watching tonight here on our ITG Next Game of the Week as we have come to the end of the third quarter. How about that light show here at the end of the third? Thomasville giving the fans and the players some excitement. Listen, no matter what the score is, it all adds to the ambience and the whole venue and the atmosphere of high school football. Under the light show. And again, it makes it all such a great experience. End of the third quarter. All Thomas County Central, 48-10. Jackets lead it. Next week, I'm going to bring you guys another South Georgia Classic. Fitzgerald, the Purple Hurricanes, down the road at Brooks County. That's going to be a good one. In a couple of weeks, we're going to be at North Gwinnett. Parkview in North Gwinnett. Collins Hill at Buford. Milton at Gainesville, week 8 and 9. In fact, guys, our last month of the season, we got some great ones for you. Collins Hill at Buford, Milton at Gainesville, Thomas County Central at Northside Warner Robins, Perry at Benedictine. If you know anything about the state of high school football in Georgia, you know that those are all big-time powerhouses. In fact, we try to pick nothing but these great games that fans all over the state can enjoy, no matter who you're a fan of. Beachton, Georgia, there you go. Katie Rondello says Farmer's Daughter Vineyards has a Bulldog player on the field. Shout out to number 51, Elijah Hines, for the Dogs. Love to get these shout outs, especially when we have these young men. Thomas County Central now going to make several changes on their team. Heath, I don't know who Heath is, but Heath is Thomasville, Georgia's the hometown. He's watching from Enos, Texas. Will you shout out Jay Herbert, Thomas County Central High School drum captain? Done, Latoya Ivy. Okay, Beachton is between Thomasville and Tallahassee. Look out. Wow, look at that young man spinning off tackles. Got a penalty flag on the play. What a run from Jabari Watkins. But it's going to come back on a holding play. Or a holding call, I should say. Wow. What a run that was. 48-10. 48-10, your score. Thomas County Central comfortably in front. Thomasville tried to make a run at it in the second quarter. They fought and clawed their way back. They were down 14-0. They were able to get a touchdown run to make it 14-7. Then 21-10. That's where we were at the half. But in the third quarter, we were 24-10 at the half, I'm sorry. In the third quarter, Thomas County Central coming through with 24 unanswered. And that's where we are, 48-10, to pretty much pull away and, for the most part, you would think put this one out of reach. Quarterback draw. We got a new quarterback in the game now for Thomas County Central. Number 13 is Peyton Roundtree, the sophomore, in there at quarterback. Tiffany and Ricardo Smith are watching from Bentonville, Arkansas. Capital of Walmart. Brandy Lewis, will you please shout out my daughter, Amarius Lewis. I hope I'm saying that right. Amaris Lewis. She's a senior Thomas County Central High cheerleader. Brandy, I hope I didn't butcher your daughter's name, Amaris Lewis. Hope I'm saying that right. Great turnout tonight on our live stream. We hope you guys have enjoyed it. We're not done yet. Still 10 minutes of football left to play. Hey, we're going to keep you entertained no matter what the score is. Thomas County Central will battle Bainbridge next week. And that's Thomas County Central. Thomasville will take on Bacon County in the region opener in 2 weeks, as they'll be open next week. So a week off for Thomasville to regroup. I think Thomas County Central is going to be the biggest team that they will face all year in terms of school size and team size. And you got to keep that in mind. You got to remember that, guys, when you know these two teams play each other. Oh, pass almost caught, but not. Pass intended for number 12, Jabari Watkins. Now, this will confuse you. I've got two number 12s. One is Jabari Watkins. One is Ja'Cory Watkins. Again, a flip a coin. Lauren Davis is a Brookwood Warrior here cheering for my dad's former team, the Jackets. That's being a good sport. Vicky Hester Foster. Shout out Cam Brooks, number 9. Vicky Hester Foster, my family from Hartford, Connecticut. Mr. Earl Brooks, dad of Cam Brooks. That's a good man. It's a good family. That's a very good family. And I'm not talking about just on the field from playing football either. Although he is one heck of a player. Great family. You got the shout out there, Vicky Hester Foster, for sure. Best of both worlds luxury. Watching from Santa Rosa Beach, Florida. Says, go Jackets. Tyrone Thompson said, let's go Jackets, watching from Boston, Georgia. Artis Adams Jr., watching from Orlando, Florida. Thomas County Central class of 93, 92 state champions. Wow. Thomasville going to go back on offense now. We're in a running clock. Means the clock will continue to run unless there is an injury. Even if the ball goes out of bounds, clock will continue to run. A little jet sweep here. Not much. I love Thomas County Central's uniforms. I just love the all white. I love all white, just plain Jane. Thomas County or Thomasville, though, beautiful uniforms, the red and the gold. A lot of tradition with both of these schools. This stadium, too, I don't know when this thing was built. A lot of tradition here. Handoff, right side. There's Ant Anderson putting his head down. Kelly Winston says, I'm cheering for my husband, Coach Winston, and the Jackets. There you go, Kelly. Got to stand by your man. Pass play, Cam Hill going to step up. Now he's going to run it. And he'll go down at the 30, but he'll have enough for the first down. That's a good pickup there for Thomasville. They'll move the chains and keep it going. 6 minutes to go in the game. 6 minutes. All Jackets, 48-10 your score. Hill takes the snap. Looks. Going to throw it long. Intercepted. A diving interception. What a play. What a play. What an athletic play from number 19, DeAndre Andrews, a freshman. Wow. Laid out for that one and made the INT. What is the big black box that the coach is carrying there? What is that thing? There's a coach down here on Thomas County Central. He carries around a big black box. I don't know what that thing is. Maybe somebody watching this will know. So Thomas County Central going to go back on offense now. Again, we're in a running clock. Handoff, right side. Going to take it for about 5 or 6 yards. Jeffrey Davis says Central is about to be leading the rivalry 29-28, but Thomasville still has more regional championships and 5 state championships. Well, there you go. Always looking for the positive. And again, listen, regardless of this score, you can find a lot of pluses from Thomasville and Thomas County Central. Mike Bobo played here at Thomasville, the great Georgia quarterback, and now offensive coordinator, I believe. Thomas County Central fans wanted a late hit. I don't think they're going to get it. White Hat trying to control them down there, telling them to back up. I'll tell you, I don't know the crew chief's name, but he's done a pretty good job keeping this thing in check tonight. 3:34, 3:33. George Lassiter says Thomasville High School also has a national championship. So does Jeffrey Davis. Appreciate all that. Angela Harrison watching from Thomasville. 3:13, 3:12, 3:11. I've split my time tonight between Okay, so I don't know what your handle is there, brother, but it's Black Box says it's play calls. I got you. How about that? It's bigger than a bread box, I can tell you that. For those of y'all with some age on you that remember the old saying, is it bigger than a bread box? Well, that thing is. It's huge. I got to ask Coach Rogers about that. I got to give him to let me look in the box. Kiera Arnold, can you give a shout out to Valerie and LaTravis Jones, Thomas County Central class of 72? I hear you. Now, there's a smart play from this young quarterback. He had absolutely nothing. But Peyton Roundtree had enough wherewithal to just throw it away. All these young quarterbacks, when they don't see a lot of action and they get into the game, will try to make something happen and start throwing interceptions, but not that time. We're under 2 minutes to go in the game. Under 2 minutes, we're in a running clock, mercifully a running clock, in a 48-10 Thomas County Central lead. Lee Major what was Lee Major? The $600 million man or something? No, $6 million man. Lee Major, $6 million man, is watching from Forsyth, Georgia. Class of 91, Thomasville High School, class of 91. Artis Adams Jr., Good Game Jackets, watching from Orlando, Florida. TCC, class of 93, 92 state champions. I hope I didn't call you already. If I did, there's you another shout out. Reginald Cone watching the game in Tuscaloosa. Under a minute to go in the game. We hope you've enjoyed the ITG Next Game of the Week, guys. We bring you a game from a different spot every Friday night from around the state of Georgia. 30 seconds to go in the game. We hope you've enjoyed our ITG Next Game of the Week, guys. Mike Gammons was an awesome lineman for Thomasville High School in the early 70s, says George Lassiter. Guys, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors tonight, Sterling Group Orthopedics and Farah. Without their help, all of you watching tonight's game from around the country would not have been able to watch this. So Farah, attorneys at law, go to fairandfair.com to find out more information and the office closest to you. And Sterling Group Orthopedics. If you're looking for a good orthopedic doctor or surgeon, go to their website, sterlingphysiciangroup.com today. So a big shout out to both sponsors making tonight's game possible here in Thomasville. Again, your final score tonight, Thomas County Central took the early lead, second offensive play of the night, and they really never looked back en route to a 48-10 win here tonight at Thomasville. For the Yellow Jackets, it's their third consecutive win in this series. 31-0 2 years ago, 45-7 last year, and 48-10 tonight. Be sure to join us next week as we will be bringing you another game from the southern part of the state. Fitzgerald at Brooks County is our game. And we hope you will make plans to attend. We'll be bringing you guys a different game every Friday night here at ITG Next. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up from Thomasville. Final score, Thomas County Central, 48, Thomasville 10. You've been watching the ITG Next Georgia Game of the Week. I'm Phil Jones. Have a good night.